There comes a moment in life when you realize that not everyone around you wants clarity, peace, or honesty. Some people survive by twisting words. Some feel powerful only when they can pull your emotions like strings. And some carry so much inner chaos that they try to place it inside you. You try to stay kind. You try to stay patient. But their manipulation slowly drains your energy, steals your focus, and makes you question your own sense of truth. Stoicism offers a different way. A quiet shield that protects your inner world, even when someone is trying to enter it without permission. What if you could face manipulative people and stay completely untouched inside? In 2025, life feels more mentally demanding than ever before. People carry invisible battles inside them: silent anxiety, emotional exhaustion, pressure to appear strong, and a growing sense that the world is moving faster than their mind can process. And in the middle of all this noise, manipulative people have become even harder to recognize. Today, manipulation doesn't always look dramatic. It can be subtle. It can sound polite. It can hide behind messages, emojis, smiles, or carefully chosen words. People use silence as a weapon, approval as a tool, guilt as a chain, and emotional confusion as a way to stay in control. Many feel trapped in cycles they can't explain. They overthink every conversation. They doubt their decisions. They apologize for things that weren't their fault. They walk on emotional eggshells around people who twist reality. Workplaces reward loud confidence instead of quiet honesty. Relationships become battlegrounds of expectations and pressure. Friendships turn into one-sided emotional labor. And mental burnout becomes a normal part of everyday life. You scroll through your phone and feel drained by the constant comparison. You deal with people who praise you one moment and criticize you the next. And without noticing, manipulation slowly eats away your peace. This is the emotional landscape of the modern world. Chaotic, confusing, and full of people who want your attention more than your well-being. And this is exactly why Stoicism matters now more than ever. The ancient Stoics lived in a world full of power games, political pressure, betrayal, and emotional manipulation. Yet they developed a mindset so steady that even the most cunning people could not disturb their inner balance. Marcus Aurelius understood that people often behave from fear, insecurity, or confusion, not from clarity. Seneca taught that emotional control is a skill, not a gift. Epictetus warned that the real danger comes not from others' actions, but from how quickly we hand them control over our minds. Zeno and Musonius Rufus believed that strength grows from calm observation, not emotional reaction. Stoicism teaches one central idea about manipulative people. You suffer more from your reactions than from their intentions. To understand this, imagine your mind as a clear pool of water. When someone throws a stone, the ripples appear instantly. But the water only stays disturbed if it keeps reacting to the impact. If the water remains steady, the ripples fade. The stone cannot control the pool unless the pool continues to move. Manipulative people work through emotional movement. They push guilt. They twist words. They create confusion. They rely on your quick reactions, your fear, your anger, your need for validation. A Stoic breaks the cycle by applying one simple rule: the rule of inner ownership. You own your thoughts. You own your responses. You own the meaning you give to someone's behavior. Epictetus expressed it clearly. No one can control you unless you stop controlling yourself. In modern terms, a manipulative person can create pressure, but you choose whether that pressure becomes panic. They can create doubt, but you choose whether that doubt becomes self-blame. They can create confusion, but you choose whether that confusion enters your inner world. This is not about ignoring manipulation. It is about seeing it without becoming it. It is about understanding the behavior without letting it rewrite your self-worth. It is about building a shield, not of distance but of clarity. Stoicism gives you the tools to stay calm, to stay conscious, and most importantly, to stay yourself. There was once a man named Adrian who prided himself on being patient, understanding, and gentle with others. He believed that if he stayed kind, people would respond with the same kindness. But life had different plans for him. He worked closely with someone named Victor, confident on the surface, charming in conversation, and skilled at saying the right thing at the right time. But beneath that smooth exterior lived a deeper pattern. Victor liked control. He enjoyed shaping situations to his advantage. He would blame, then praise. He would confuse, then comfort. He would create tension just to be the one who could solve it. Adrian didn't notice the pattern at first. He thought the criticisms were meant to help. He thought the guilt was his responsibility to fix. He thought the discomfort was his fault. But over time, he felt a heaviness growing inside him. He began second-guessing his ideas. He apologized for things he didn't do. He felt small next to someone who never raised his voice, but somehow always made him feel wrong. One late evening, after a long day of being subtly pushed, corrected, and cornered in conversation, Adrian reached a point of quiet frustration. He felt emotionally tangled, like his thoughts didn't belong to him anymore. He went for a walk, trying to clear his mind, and a simple idea surfaced from a Stoic book he once read. The person who angers you is the person who controls you. He stopped walking. The words hit him differently this time. Suddenly, he saw the pattern clearly. Victor didn't need power, he needed reactions. Every doubt Adrian showed fed the cycle. Every moment of confusion strengthened the chain. Every emotional response gave Victor another piece of control. The problem wasn't Victor's behavior. It was Adrian's permission. The next day, when Victor tried his usual mixture of half praise and half criticism, Adrian didn't shrink, argue, or defend himself. He simply replied with calm clarity. "I hear your opinion. I'll consider it separately from your tone." Victor paused. It was the first time Adrian had responded without giving emotional ground. Over the next few days, Adrian continued with this quiet firmness. He didn't explain himself unnecessarily. He didn't react to subtle jabs. He didn't absorb guilt that wasn't his. And something remarkable happened. Victor's power began to fade. Not because he changed, but because Adrian stopped feeding the very system that controlled him. The shift was simple but life-altering. Adrian learned that manipulation only works when it finds an emotional entry point. And once he closed that door, he discovered a strength he didn't know he had. The strength of a mind that belongs fully to its owner. To stay unaffected by manipulative people, you don't need to become cold or distant. You simply need a clear inner system, a set of Stoic rules that protect your mind from being shaped by someone else's intentions. These principles are simple, but their impact is powerful when practiced consistently. Here are 5 Stoic tools you can use. 1. The inner ownership rule. You are responsible for your thoughts, not for the emotional traps others set. A manipulative person may twist your words or create guilt, but you choose whether that enters your inner world. Example: someone says, "I guess you don't care enough." Instead of defending yourself emotionally, you answer calmly, "I care, but I won't respond to guilt." This keeps ownership where it belongs, inside you. 2. The pause before emotion rule. Manipulators thrive on fast reactions. A Stoic response begins with a pause. 2 seconds of silence can break their entire strategy. Example: someone pushes you to agree instantly. You pause, breathe, and say, "I'll think about it." The pressure loses its power when you don't rush. 3. The separation of fact and story rule. Manipulation often mixes truth with interpretation. Stoicism teaches you to separate what happened from what it means. Example: fact, they didn't reply to your message. Story, they're upset with me. Stoic response, there is no evidence for that. This removes the emotional fuel. 4. The boundary of calm rule. A boundary doesn't need anger or confrontation. It needs clarity. A calm boundary is stronger than a loud argument. Example: I'm willing to talk, but not with interruptions. I won't continue if the tone becomes disrespectful. Simple, direct, firm. Manipulators lose control when the rules become clear. 5. The neutral mirror rule. A Stoic becomes a mirror, reflecting reality without reacting. You don't absorb their mood or respond to their emotional swings. Example: they use sarcasm. You answer with neutral words. I understand your comment. Here is my actual answer. No reaction means no control. When practiced together, these rules create a mental shield, a quiet strength that keeps manipulation outside, where it belongs. The world remains the same, but you become different, steady, aware, emotionally grounded. Let me ask you something. How many moments of peace have you lost because someone else decided how you should feel? You may not realize it, but your mind has been absorbing far more than it should. You've been carrying words that weren't yours, guilt that wasn't yours, and emotional confusion that never belonged to you in the first place. Think of your mind as a quiet garden. Some people walk in softly, leaving beauty behind. Others step carelessly, pulling at the roots. But the gate has always been in your hands. You are not weak for being affected. You are human. You care, you feel, you hope things will be better. That's not a flaw, it's a sign of strength. But there comes a time when you must protect the spaces inside you. Not by building walls, but by choosing who gets close and how much influence you allow them to have. You deserve clarity. You deserve boundaries. You deserve a mind that belongs to you. And you are closer to that than you think. In the end, the strongest person is not the one who wins arguments, controls situations, or outshouts the world. The strongest person is the one who remains anchored, steady within themselves, untouched by the storms others try to create. Manipulative people will always exist. Their words may shift. Their methods may evolve. Their tone may soften or sharpen. But the truth remains. Their power depends entirely on your reaction. Stoicism gives you something they cannot reach. A quiet center, a space inside you where clarity lives, where peace returns, where no one else gets to write the story. When you guard that space, manipulation loses its shape. It becomes noise. It becomes distance. It becomes something that happens outside you, not within you. You are not here to be controlled. You are here to grow, to see clearly, and to shape your own inner world. Your peace is your shield. Your clarity is your strength. And your mind belongs to you.